Praise Yahweh and welcome again to Yahweh's Biblical Research Study class Thursday night. Well, first we like to stand up, face the east and say a prayer to our Father, say our national prayer. And then the second prayer is the Lord's Prayer, and we'll say that in Hebrew. We're going to face the east. O Yahweh, God of our salvation, save us, gather us together, deliver us from these heathens, so that we may give thanks to thy holy name, and glory in thy praise. Blessed be the holy name of Yahweh and Israel forever. O Yahweh, let them be confounded that persecute us, but let not us be confounded. Bring upon our enemies the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction. For surely our prayers and our sacrifices, our lives and our deaths, are all for thee, O Yahweh. Tefillah. Ave Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh America, Tavo Makutelka, Yase Rizonka, Iba Shemayim Kain Bars, Edlek Kainu, Tain Lanu Hayon, Ushlak Lanu, All Katenu, Kimosokim, Kamanaknu, Bakote Lanu, they all Tepienu, Lade Misayon, King Kasenu, Minora. Kilakam, Hamamaham, they are Gilra, they are Teperet, they obey, We thank thee, Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
All right. Again, welcome to Yahweh's Thursday night biblical research study class. First, I'd like to testify that Yahweh is God, that his son's name is Yahweh ben Yahweh, and we are in search of all good, righteous people that believe in morality as a way of life. These are the only people we're looking for. If you don't believe in righteousness as a way of life, then we have no use for you. Please do not come amongst us. If you do, we will put you out. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Excuse me. Okay. One of the first things Yahweh ben Yahweh did was promote the name Yahweh to the planet. Yahweh is the name that was hidden from us. The Catholic institution admitted through their Pope that they hid the name Yahweh for over 14 to 1600 years. Why? Because they knew that they couldn't rule if we knew our Father's name and taken on his attributes. When Yahweh taught the name Yahweh, then he revealed himself to us. John 5:43. It says, I come in my Father's name. If you don't know the Father's name, it will be impossible for you to know the Son's name. John 5:43, he said that he comes in his Father's name. We like to encourage everybody to do 2 Timothy 2:15, which says, study to show thyself approved. It is most important. It is a commandment. Yahweh says, study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. You can only divide truth from falsehood. Yahweh is letting us know that there are some teachings that we have had that they're very much false. And the only way you going to personally overcome these falsehoods is through studying. 2 Timothy 2:15. Study means in Hebrew lahag. Lahag means intense mental application. It's not about just calling words, but it's about studying and applying these that you study intensely to your mind. When you apply them through your mind, you will live them out as a way of life. Praise Yahweh. We'll share a few scriptures here, which is Isaiah 9:6. We want to go to that first. Isaiah 9:6. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. And it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Now this child, this son that's born and given to us, it says, and the government of Yahweh shall be on his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. So this child is also the mighty God, and he'll be born to us. It says that he's the Prince of Peace, and he's also the Everlasting Father. That means that this person that's being talked about is somebody we must come to know. His name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18, 18 and 18. And it says, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, Moses, and I will put my words in his mouth, the one that I'm going to raise up from among their brethren. Then it says, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken to my voice, hearken unto the words which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. So when this individual come back, he's required to speak in the name Yahweh. And it also says that whosoever will not hearken unto this person that's going to be raised up from among us is going to have some problems. Now, go to Hebrews, and if you miss the scripture, don't find it, write it down. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 14. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 14 and through 18. And it says, for as much then as children are partakers of flesh and blood, he, talking about the Messiah, talking about Yahweh ben Yahweh, he also himself likewise took part in the same. Here is telling us what we did in our dead state or our unconscious state, Yahweh ben Yahweh did also. Then it says that through death he might destroy him that have the power of death. That is the devil. Verse 15, and deliver them, that's us, who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. It's talking about us, the conditions that we were in. 16, for verily he took not on him the nature of an angel. See, Yahweh didn't take on the nature. This person that was born, raised up from among us, this child that was born who is the mighty God, the everlasting Father, he didn't take on the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. So Yahweh was born, educated, experienced all the things that we experience. And it says he was made like unto his brethren. He was made just like us. We're talking about the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest. Why? Because he experienced everything that we experience. He too had to overcome. Psalms 19:7 says, the law of the Lord Yahweh is perfect, that it will convert your soul. It will change your mind. He's a testimony because he was raised up just like us. He experienced everything that we experience, and he overcame them. He didn't come back in his godhood. He came back just the way we is, so that he can understand us. And it says that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest. Why would he be merciful? There are laws that say if we do them, we're doomed to death. But he has mercy on us. He's giving us the opportunity to change, the opportunity to be converted in things pertaining to Yahweh, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. That's us. For in that he himself have suffered being tempted. See, he's been tempted also. He has experienced everything that we have experienced, and then taught us to study, intense mental application, then taught us to learn the law, that the law is perfect, that the law will convert your mind. You will have a change of mind. Convert means to change directions. You can't go down Yahweh's way unless you change directions. You can't travel both roads. He is able to secure them that are tempted. Praise Yahweh. So our God has experienced everything that we have experienced. Yes, he did. Now we're going to go to Daniel 2:44, because he had a purpose of coming to us. He didn't just come. He just wasn't born among us. He wanted to show us that we can overcome this world. Daniel 2:44. And it says, and in the days of these kings, in the days of these rulers, in the days of the people that's in control, shall the God Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom in the days of these kings, which shall never be destroyed. See, when he set up this kingdom, it will never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people that believe in immorality. But it shall break in pieces and shall consume all these kingdoms. See, this kingdom that Yahweh ben Yahweh is building is going to consume all other kingdoms. That's a word you want to look up. Consume. And it says, and it shouldn't be left to other people, but it shall break into pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it, the nation of Yahweh, shall stand forever. There's no end to ever. Now we're going to go to Matthew 22. Matthew 22. Again, why did he call us? Why? Matthew 22. Matthew 22 and 14. And it says, for many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Called mean in the Key Study Bible, of the Key Study Bible, lexical aid, it says the called ones are those who have received the divine call, having conformed, those that have conformed to Yahweh's saving purpose, meaning you're going to accept, we're going to accept the responsibility of saving our people. John 14, John chapter 14, verse 12 through 14. And see, these people, the Yahweh family, when they're called and they accept, it says 14, John chapter 14, 12 through 14. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, see right there, see right there now, it says, he that believeth on me, Yahweh ben Yahweh, the works that I do shall he do also. You hear that? We must do them also, and greater works than these shall he do. The people that Yahweh ben Yahweh is calling for, and he's calling his nation. He said that we're going to do a greater work, and these shall he do, because I go unto the Father Yahweh. So he's leaving us who have accepted his mind, because it says, who believe in me. To believe in Yahweh ben Yahweh is to do the works of Yahweh ben Yahweh. So you can't believe and not do the works. But we're looking for that special group, the few. The few. And see, few is a word used to describe not a lot. Verse 13, and whosoever he shall ask, and whosoever ye ask, ye shall ask in my name, what it says, that will I do. Did you hear that? Yeah. Then it says that the Father Yahweh may be glorified in the Son, Yahweh ben Yahweh. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Then you got to know what his name is. Just telling you, you got to know his name. His name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. It says the glory of Yahweh shall be done in the Son, Yahweh ben Yahweh. We must edify and uplift Yahweh ben Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. And it says we're going to do a greater work, those that are divinely called, those that are few. See, we're not, Brother Naya, could you look up the word few for us, please? so we can get an understanding of few. No one is here. Can you go out there and see if there's a gentleman out there? His name is uh his name is Weston. Yes, sir. Brother Naya,
Yes, sir.
can you give us the word few?
Few.
Few, Few. Few. You lock this stuff up.
Okay. The word few. Give me a second. Okay. That's fine. Few. Few definition refers to a small number of things or people, typically more than one, but yes. Yes.
Was that it?
No, I have more. Sorry, give me a
Go
second. Let me
ahead.
make sure the video had cut off for a second. Few refers to a small number of things or people, typically more than one, but not many. It indicates a limited quantity, often used when the number is small but sufficient to make a difference.
Wait just a minute. Although the number is small, it's sufficient to make a difference. It's sufficient to make a difference. Not a lot of people now. It's more than one. It's not one, it's more than one. Go ahead, Brother Naya.
It indicates a limited quantity, often used when the number is small but sufficient to make a difference or be worth mentioning.
Mm.
The word few comes from the Old English fior or few, meaning not many, which has roots in the Proto-Germanic fawaz or Proto-Indo-European few, which means small or few. It has carried the same general meaning and still has today a small number. That's it.
Praise Yahweh. So so just pay attention to that now. Few. See, we must understand that America, which became at once, as they call it, the most powerful nation, but it took only 55 people to write the Constitution. Only 39 signed it. That's a few. That's a few. They didn't come asking permission, because when you study John 1:12, when it say he gave them, the sons and daughters, the power, that means it's our right, it's our authority. There's nothing can stop this. Remember, Yahweh ben Yahweh is gone to the Father, but we're to do a greater work as we accept this responsibility. Now we want to go to Deuteronomy chapter 7. Deuteronomy chapter 7, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God Yahweh. The Lord thy God Yahweh has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all other people that are upon the face of the earth." These that are called, these that are chosen, these people in the Dakes, in the Key Study Bible, when you look up the word people in the lexical aid 5971, it says a people as a congregated unit, a nation, a congregated unit. Anaya, can you give us the word congregated? A congregated unit, a nation, servants of the private master.
Congregated.
Congregated. Congregated.
Definition. Congregated. Congregated means gathered together in a group or assembly, often for a specific purpose, such as a meeting, worship, or an event. The word is commonly used to describe people or things coming together, either physically or metaphorically. For example, the crowd congregated in the square, or the ideas congregated around a central theme. Congregated means to gather together, to assemble, to
See,
flock.
to assemble. See, we must understand that we as the nation of Yahweh are commanded by Yahweh ben Yahweh, are commanded by him to come together a minimum of 3 times a year: Feast of Weeks, Feast of Passover, Feast of Tabernacles. The Feast of Passover is fastly approaching. See, it says a people as a congregated unit, a nation. And we are commanded by Yahweh ben Yahweh to do this a certain amount of days. A certain amount of days. See, if we're to be servants of Yahweh, obedient to Yahweh, then he's giving us the instructions on how to keep this commandment. It's not up to us to change. It's not up to us to deviate. It's not up to us to make excuses. It's not up to us to find reasons not to do what he said. We, as his children, as his family, the few that are chosen, whatever that number is, the few, we have to congregate. See, when you read Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people. See, it says holy means set aside for the exclusive use of Yahweh. Unto the Lord thy God, Yahweh. The Lord thy God, Yahweh, has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people. Not equal. We are chosen, a few, the ones that are going to build the nation of Yahweh, the ones who are going to further grow, develop the nation of Yahweh. These are the ones that we're looking for. We're not looking for anybody else but the builders. This law is in effect as we speak. We cannot say we're servants of Yahweh and don't do his will. When you look up people in Deuteronomy 7:6, it says a congregated unit, a nation. Then it says, an am is a group which has certain unified, sustained relationships within itself. A maternal relationship, an ancestral relationship. Not every among Yahweh's people would be biological descendants of Abraham. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. It says not everyone that's around Yahweh's people are of the seed of Abraham. They're not of the seed of Yahweh. How do you determine Yahweh's seed? By their action, by being obedient to him. Those who will not make excuses not to be obedient to him. There are 21 feast days out of 365. The one that's coming up is the Passover. How are you not going to be obedient to him? We say he's our Father. How can we say he's our deliverer and we're not going to be obedient to him? We all need to analyze ourselves when we say that he's our Father. Matthew 5:48 say, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father. Now, if you don't believe in that, then that tells you and the world that you don't belong to him. If the world is going to follow us, they're going to follow us in righteousness. Yahweh ben Yahweh has established righteousness, returning us back to Psalms 19:7, the law, which is perfect and will convert your mind. if it's going to convert your mind and you refuse to be obedient to what he's telling you to do to convert your mind, then we need to analyze ourselves. But Deuteronomy 7:6, where it says people, it says a people as a congregated unit. Not just a congregated unit, but it says a nation. Our nation must congregate. We're commanded to congregate. Again, 3 times a year, we must do this. It's not a choice, it's a commandment. This day. The word chosen, when it says chosen, you're a chosen people. Chosen means to be exclusive. The word chosen means to be exclusive. It's not for everybody. Yahweh ben Yahweh suffered because of immoral people. Yes, he had to fulfill the scriptures. Yes, and he did. But he also letting us know what we must do. We are to attract good people. If you don't believe in righteousness as a way of life, please do not come among us. We can't use you. Yahweh commanded us to find our counterparts. Counter means those that want to be obedient to Yahweh. Righteousness is a way of life. It's not something we just talk about. It's a way of life. Study lahag means intense mental application. A mental application means applied to your mind. We must live it out. How do we expect to be the examples of Yahweh ben Yahweh when we don't do what he say or make excuses not to do what he say? How can we say that he is the one and we who say we follow him are not obedient to what he says? Anaya, I want you to share exclusive, because when it says few are called, many are called, but few are chosen. Chosen means this is exclusive. This is not for everybody. Daniel 2:44 says, in the days of these kings, in the days of these rulers, shall Yahweh set up a kingdom in the days of these rulers. These are the people we're looking for, the ones that's prepared mentally, that's ready to build the kingdom of Yahweh in the days of these kings. Go to Daniel 2:44.
You want to exclusive?
Don't want no. Hold it 1 second. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do we want exclusive? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But let me read Daniel 2:44 again. Yes, sir. We want Daniel 2. Do we want exclusive? Yes, sir. And Daniel 2:44 says, and in the days of these kings, not after you die, not heaven up in the sky. It says in the days of these kings, in the days of these rulers, in the days of these people that's in charge, in the days when these people who have messed up the air, the water, and the food, destroying Yahweh's creation in these days, shall the God Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other immoral people, but it shall break into pieces and consume all these unrighteous kingdoms, and it, Yahweh's kingdom, shall stand forever. So you can't be shy of the word exclusive. You can't run away from the word exclusive. Yahweh taught us moral attributes as a way of life. Those are the people we're looking to who can conform to morality. Exclusive, not admitting something else. You're not going to admit something else. You're going to admit only the righteous kind. What you have, Anaya, for exclusive?
Exclusive, restricted access, or membership.
It says restricted access. There are restrictions on you entering the nation of Yahweh. See, the world is tired of immorality. There are restrictions. We're not looking for everybody. There are restrictions to enter the nation of Yahweh. We can no longer be like Cain, bringing Yahweh fruit of the ground. Low-minded people. People who make excuses to doing what Yahweh ben Yahweh say do. Come on, brother Naya.
Exclusive, restricted access, restricted membership. Exclusive means something is reserved for a specific person, group.
Oh, it's reserved for the few. It's reserved for the few. It's reserved for those that's going to do a greater work. Come on, Naya.
Exclusive means something is reserved for a specific person, group, or category, often emphasizing privilege or rarity.
What?
Exclusive. Exclusive,
Go
not
ahead.
shared, not available elsewhere. Refers to something
Not who,
provided.
not available where?
It is not available elsewhere. It's only
Go
available
ahead.
in this one place.
You
Refers to
breaking up a little, Naya.
exclusive, not shared, and not available elsewhere.
You can only get this at the nation of Yahweh. See, the nation of Yahweh is the only one that's reserving the right for moral people. See, all people, good people, want to be a part of God's nation. We just know his name, Yahweh. It tell us to sing praises to his name. If you don't know his name, how you going to sing praises to his name? Come on, Naya. Gracious, look at here.
Exclusive refers to something provided, owned, or accessed only by one person or a group. Exclusive, something unique, rare, special. It highlights something that stands apart due to its distinctiveness or limited availability. Exclusive,
I know you. Go ahead, brother.
focused, or solely devoted to one entity. Refers to the undivided focus, loyalty, or attention. Exclusive. I have synonyms. Exclusive, that means the select, limited, private, sole, unique, elite. That's it.
And now you said a lot. Now you said a lot. I'm just trying not to. Good gracious. See, we got to understand real good that many are called, but few are chosen. Few are chosen. Few is a word to indicate not a lot. When Yahweh says, go to the elders first, go to the elders first before we could be delivered, that's a certain specific kind of mind. That's a select group of people. That's a group of people that you don't have to convince them to do what's right. Go to John 1 and 1. John 1 and 1. And it says, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh. So when they hear the word, they understand who the Word is. And the word in my Bible is W, capital W, which stands for the 4 letters Yahweh. So in the beginning was the Word. See, we don't have to convince these people to do what Yahweh say do. Then Yahweh says, this day. We're not trying to convince people. We need to stop trying to pull people along. He says he's looking for a select few, and this select few will be able to accomplish what's needed to be accomplished. Anaya, did we look up the word select?
I can look it up right now.
Help me out, please. Help me out.
Select. Select definition means the chosen or the ones that were picked out. Select.
See, wait a minute. It said it was some that was picked out.
Yes.
See, that's that many are called, but there's a few that was picked out because they was obedient to Yahweh. That's why they was picked out, because they are the ones that's going to set the example for the world. Go ahead. Excuse me, Anaya. Come on.
Select. Chosen or picked out. Select refers to something or someone that has been carefully chosen or picked out from a group for its particular qualities and value.
They're picked out because of their qualities.
Yes, sir.
They're picked out because of their values.
Yes, sir.
See, they got qualities of morality, qualities of being obedient to Yahweh ben Yahweh. What else you got tonight?
Select, exclusive, or limited.
Oh, there go that word exclusive again. Go ahead tonight.
Exclusive or limited in number refers to a small, distinguished group that is set apart due to certain qualities, often implying rarity and high quality.
High
Select,
quality.
high quality. Select, to choose from a larger group. It refers to the action of choosing one or more things from the larger group. Select, carefully curated or handpicked, refers to something that is curated or handpicked with care for its superior quality and relevance.
What kind of quality? What kind of quality, Naya?
Superior.
Superior.
Yes, sir.
What that word mean? That word too big. What that mean, Anaya? Superior.
So you want wait before I get to superior, let me get to the etymology of chosen of select.
Okay.
The
Come on.
word select comes from the Latin selectus, which means chosen. Okay, superior. Superior,
You all right?
higher in quality or status. Superior refers to something or someone that is better in the terms of quality, skill, and rank compared to others. Superior, higher in rank or position. It can describe someone in a higher position of authority or importance. Superior, more advanced, more developed. Used to describe something that is more advanced or effective in comparison to the others. That's it.
Oh boy, you talking about trying to be quiet as you saying these words. Woo. Now, what was that other word, Naya?
Before that was select.
Superior.
Was there another word from superior? You said, wait, let me give you the etymology.
And superior,
Was one?
so select, the etymology came up with selectus and would meant chosen.
Mm-hmm.
So the word select means chosen.
Okay. Well, um, we've come to that time again. Hopefully that you can listen to this class tape, this class lesson to get the beginning. Um, this is incredible. Um, we're preparing for the feast of Passover. It's about passing over. It's about being obedient to our Lord and Savior. We say He's our Lord and Savior. He gives us commandments as a way of life, laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments as a way of life. He gives us 21 days, different weeks, feast of Passover. Give us a time to observe that. 365 days is only 21 days that He's commanded us to keep. And if you have any fear about establishing the kingdom of Yahweh, understand that the Constitution of America was only written by 55 people and only 39 signed it. We have the true and living God with us. And He says, few. And now could you give us those wonderful announcements?
Yes, sir. If you would like to be a part of this great nation, moral nation, the select, the chosen, the elite, the high quality, the superior, come on down to YBYalliance.com. That's the website, YBYalliance.com. If you click the contact button on there, you'll be able to give us your name, your email, your phone number, and we will send you the information where you can join the superior group, the like-minded, and be a part of the growing nation. We're looking for all moral people. Join us. You are able to come to our Discord. We will send you the Discord after you sign our contact form, and you'll be able to participate in class, ask questions, and congregate. Congregate. We went over that word today with like-minded people. You can find all of our past videos on YouTube, on Facebook, and so you can catch up and dwell in the knowledge of Yahweh of all of our classes. We have the Feast of Passover and unleavened bread coming up. It's coming fast. It's coming real fast. April 1st through the 8th, 2025, will be in Riviera Beach. When you sign up on the website and under the contact form, we will have the information for you also, where to go, when it is, and how to be in contact with us. And please, please, again, YBYalliance.com. Click the contact form, leave your name, number, email, and we will get you in contact with us, and you will be kept up to date with all the events of the Yahweh, Ben Yahweh Alliance.
Thank you very, very much, Brother Anaya, for those outstanding compliments. Now we're going to stand and face the east and say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. We call it in Hebrew the Tefillah. We're going to stand and face the east. Say Tefillah.
Tefillah.
Avinu Shabbat Shemayim. Yikadei Shemayaka. Tavo Makuteka. Yase Rizumda. Shabbat Shemayim Kain Baris. Et Lekin Kukenu. Kain Lanu Hayom. Ushlak Lanu. All Katenu. Kimos Sokim. Komanaki. Lakote Lanu. They all Tefienu. Lade Nisayam. King Kal Senu. Minara. Kilaka. Monmaha. They are Gibara. They are Teferet. They over me, Sila. We thank thee, Yahweh.
We thank thee, Yahweh,
O living and eternal King,
O living and eternal King,
who has so mercifully restored our souls within us.
who has so mercifully restored the soul within us.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
And again, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. Every Thursday night, tell friends and family with the right kind of mind. Emphasize that we're looking for only righteous and ethical people. We're not interested in any unrighteous people. People need to know. People need to understand that the nation of Yahweh is the nation of morality. Always understand and know very well that Yahweh loves you. Yahweh Ben Yahweh loves you. And we, the nation of Yahweh, loves you. Shalom, shalom. Be safe. The world is crazy. Be safe. Praise Yahweh. Have a Yahweh